Okay, so we are going to begin, since we do not have access to a printer, by having Carrie read verbally my permission to videotape her in this role-playing counseling session.
I give permission to Andreas Dellavorius, a candidate in guidance and counseling in American Public University System, to make a videotape recording of our role-play counseling session. I understand these tapes will be used only for training purposes and viewed only by the guidance and counseling faculty and students also enrolled in the course. The tape sessions are not real counseling sessions and only involve role-play exercises. I also verify that I am at least 18 years old and of sound mind to participate in this exercise. I am a willing participant and understand that I have the choice to withdraw participation at any time.
Alright, now that this is closing, this will become real. So, my name is Andreas, as you obviously know because you just read that, and I am a first-time counselor here in your school system. A brief background about me: I work with little people and mid-sized people, meaning children and adolescents, and I've done that for about 3 years now, and have found a great joy in doing so, and decided somewhere along the way to further my education because I would like to continue working with these people, and found that school counseling has been a very rewarding experience for me, and I would kind of like to share that passion with the people I work with, faculty and students alike, and that's where we are today. So maybe you could tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name's Carrie. I'm in the 10th grade.
Okay.
I play volleyball, and I'm in all AP classes this year.
Alright, so right off the bat, you said you are playing volleyball, and then on the other end of the spectrum, you just told me you're in all AP classes. So would you consider yourself more an individual that's focused on sports or academics?
Both. I'm trying to be well-rounded for college.
So a pro volleyball player that's got incredible grades.
But if I get a scholarship, then that would help.
That would be nice. I could have definitely used a scholarship. That would have saved me lots of trouble. Have you been involved in academics and sports your whole life, or?
For the most part.
For the most part. Did you play volleyball in grade school?
Yeah, I think they had an intramural league or something I was on. And I've also done soccer, and I did softball for a little while.
Then what made you not do those sports anymore?
I don't know, I didn't like them as much as volleyball.
Okay. Is there something other than being competitive that you gain from sports?
I don't know, if my friends are all on my team.
Okay, that would be a big role.
And I'm really excited that it'll look good on a college resume.
Okay, what other kind of things do you think would add to your college resume, now that we're talking about that?
Well, I've been in all of the highest science classes, all of the highest English classes, and all of the highest math classes.
I'm going to stop you right there. If you had to pick one out of those three, which would it be that you enjoy the most?
That I enjoy the most?
Mm-hmm.
Probably my English classes.
Okay. I might have to come to you the next time I have to write a paper, because I have terrible grammar.
Okay.
So, the other classes you don't think?
I don't know. I'm in all of the highest classes. I've taken out all the algebras. I'm in trigonometry now. And I'm in 10th grade. I'm in chemistry and physics this year.
That's a lot to take on for your grade level. Do you have any particular career path that you're interested in?
I'm going to be a doctor.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. That's good to have some sort of basis. What actually brings you into the counseling office today?
Miss Spencer found me in the bathroom during lunch.
Okay.
Throwing up.
Throwing up. All right. Now, is this something new for you, or has this been going on for a while?
People throw up sometimes.
Sure they do, when they're sick, when their stomach's upset. Sometimes people throw up when they're trying to make themselves look thinner. Do you find that this might be an issue for you?
Well, I don't want to be the fat girl.
Okay. So, is this a feeling that you've had for a while? Is this new? Give me some history on this feeling.
I don't know. I guess since it may be 8th grade.
Maybe 8th grade, okay. Do you feel that one of the reasons that you're very adamant about playing sports is to keep a better physique?
No.
No? Okay.
I want to get into college.
Okay. So, is this something that you developed on your own time in your head, or something that maybe, let's say, girls in the locker room made fun of you, somebody said something and it kind of triggered this to start happening?
I don't know, I just don't want to look fat.
Well,
I
obviously that's not
girls
the
are
case.
mean. I don't like the girls that I sit with at lunch, so I just go into the bathroom, and then I don't have to deal with them.
Okay. So is weight something that's commonly talked about at the lunch table?
I guess. I don't know.
So if I were to ask you personally how you view yourself right now, physically, what would you tell me?
Fat.
Okay. Well, this is something that can be very common and something that might require further attention outside of the counseling office, which after our discussion, I will be more than happy to refer you to if that is what is necessary. But I kind of want to talk a little more before we get to that point. What parts of the day, even outside of school, you might feel this way? Is school the only time you feel like you think you're
I don't know,
fat?
I think about it all the time.
Okay. Is this something that happens when you step in front of a mirror? You kind of view yourself as this person?
I just said all the time.
All the time? Well, you're not in front of a mirror all the time, so...
Yeah, but I have to look at all the skinny girls that walk down the hall, and I have to look at magazines, and then people want to go to pool parties, and I have to deal with that.
Alright, that sounds like that could be very stressful for you. Now, obviously I wish it was very plain and simple and I could just tell you, clearly you're not a fat person, but this is something that you view yourself as. This is a way you think. This is something that if you're looking at a magazine, if you're looking at girls at your lunch table, if you're thinking about going to a swimming party and having to wear a bathing suit, you've developed this very distorted cognitive thought about yourself that makes you view yourself as something you're not. And as I said earlier, this will be something I think that requires further help outside the counseling office, maybe some regular therapy sessions, and continued visits to the office to see how you're progressing. But outside of that, I think we should still focus on what you were talking about when you first came in, wanting to apply for college, further a career, potentially being a doctor someday, and explore those kind of options, because that's what I can help you with. So you've got the grades, you've got the resume, you've got pretty much everything I could ever hope for in a student looking to further their potential in future. So that's the kind of stuff that we could focus on in the office. Now, if you're feeling down about yourself, if you're feeling like these issues are still persisting with viewing yourself as somebody that's overweight, you could come in any time of the day. You are more than welcome to stop by and we can talk about those things and kind of see where you're progressing with that. Okay?
Okay.
Is that something you would be interested in doing?
I don't know.
All right. Well, maybe we could have another session in the near future, potentially with family members, to see if they kind of want to further this.
What if I don't want to tell my parents about this?
That's your choice. I fully respect that. We could work on it without your parents. But if I'm going to recommend that you continue care since you're underage and a minor and have you seek help outside the counseling office, we would need permission from your parents, because that's not a decision that you can make on your own while you're under 18. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I don't know if I really want my parents to know all my business.
That's fine. That's something we can talk about. That is another issue in and of itself. I would suggest that we make a follow-up appointment. I will gather all relevant information that you need to see what kind of decisions we can make outside of the realm of your parents, and then we can go from there. How does that sound?
Good, I guess.
Okay. Well, I will look at my calendar, and we will make an appointment for, let's see here, Thursday next week sound good?
Sure.
And that appears to be our time for today. All right, I will see you Thursday next week at, it looks like 11 o'clock, right before lunch. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks for stopping in.